quarterbacks are going to have, struggles at times, but this is a young player that will just get better. I think there's been some really good moments. There's things that we can do better around him, and again, I put that on me and the coaches, and certainly his teammates, where we can support him, and then when it's there, we got to trust that he'll let it rip, and we'll come away with that play that we're just not making at this moment.
So Kevin Stefanski is putting his neck on the line for Dillon Gabriel. When he talks about Shador, we get like cold silence. When you talk about Dillon Gabriel, it's like he always figures out a positive thing to say. On 92.3, The Fan, you got the Ken Carman Show with Anthony Lima. Listen to what Stefanski says and how he says it about Dillon Gabriel.
Busy messing with my wig. I apologize. So here's Kevin Stefanski on the Coaches Show. Total distraction by me. Owen, I'm sorry. Here is Kevin saying, Gabriel hasn't been all bad. Young QBs going to have their struggles.
Young quarterbacks are going to have struggles at times in a game, could be a quarter, whatever it is. And obviously you hope with these young guys that they're all continuing to get better. And I know the quarterback position gets magnified in that discussion as well. But you're trying to just stack days. You're trying to stack games on top of each other. And I think there's been some really good moments.
So that is spoken like somebody that is in total rebuild process. They do not want to win now. They're saying we're putting days together. Fuck scoring and winning a game. We need to put good practices together. That's what I got from that.
Stack wins anymore. We're just stacking positive days. That's where we're at.
Wake ups.
We're stacking. Can you get here on time? Yes.
Well,
stack it. That's 2 in a row.
I want you to hear more.
Can we
of
get a
this.
third day?
I want you to hear more of this. He was asked about how to get more vertical in the passing game. Survey Stefanski said,
how to get more vertical in the passing game. I can answer that for him. Just throw the ball deep. We don't see Dillon go underneath center and go for 7-5-7 dropbacks. He don't do that. Sidebar, y'all see when Dillon Gabriel's underneath center, he looking around, the fucking center is almost the same height as him, bent over. But I digress. Or if he's gonna throw it deep, have him be in a shotgun, have protection, have the running back protecting, a tight end protecting, 3 receivers, was that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3 receivers, there you go. And then the running back, if there's nobody else coming, the running back should sneak out of the backfield for a check down. That's what I say.
As we do this week and during the bye week, you watch all these plays together and you're kicking yourself because it's one thing here and then it's one thing there where it's just stopping you from hitting those shots. They're there, but we have to do our job. It's not a player thing. It's an all of us thing. We have to do our job in terms of making sure that everybody's where they're supposed to be, and then we can start to hit these shots.
What are you talking about, bro? So every time the Browns attempt to throw the ball down, fuck 15 yards, 10 yards. It is like a hassle. So in this play right here, Dillon Gabriel is gonna go deep, go real deep. Remember, I have footage of Dillon Gabriel throwing deep in college. He can throw the ball deep. It ain't working in the NFL, but he has done it in the past. There it is right there. He can throw deep. So as you can see, I think this is like, correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't watched every Browns game. I think this is the first time he threw the ball all the way down the field. Let's watch it again. He's going to his left. So that's perfect because he's a lefty. If he's going to his right, that'll be a problem. So this is a design deep threat. In my opinion, something like this needs to be done in the first quarter. The first quarter, in the first series, if that quarterback launches the ball down the field, that's going to put the defense on notice that, okay, we got to watch out for that. This is just him blindly it was like a Hail Mary. Look how he's pumping. What is this, Aaron Rodgers throwing a Hail Mary? That's telling me he can't make that throw. That's seeing quarterbacks. I'm not gonna bring up Shador, but we seen quarterbacks just make that throw, just throw it. This little ninja is pumping to throw it down that ball. Double coverage. Look what you get. In college, maybe that's an incompletion. But let me not say in college, because over the past couple of weeks, he's been throwing balls that should have been interceptions. So finally, the chickens have come home to the roost, so to speak. So that's what you got, Stefanski, if you want to throw the ball deep. I digress. Let me run it back a little bit, because I just went on a damn tandem. You might have forgot what the original question was.
It's an all of us thing. We have to do our job in terms of making sure that everybody's where they're supposed to be, and then we can start to hit these shots.
Okay.
Who's that a shot at?
Do you think that's a shot at anybody in particular?
Well, the coach is saying that it's available. The stuff they're calling is open.
Okay.
So make it happen. Is it more on the receivers or the quarterback? You know, part of the reason they were...
It's always on the quarterback, sir. Always on the quarterback. It's always the passer's fault.
...comfortable with elevating Dillon Gabriel as fast as they were.
I think it's got to be on the quarterback. There are times where some of these guys are open, and he ain't seeing them. And you could say, hey, Joe didn't really see him either. So, you know.
He said Joe standing next to Dillon Gabriel was like a father and like nephew kind of thing going on. Like, when I say nephew, like nephew in middle school.
You can put that on Kevin if you want to as well.
Well, you know what I'm getting at, Ken, is, and yeah, we have wide receiver issues, you're right. But, you know, we've seen Judy. He's running his routes just fine. Maybe not Isaiah Bond, but Fannin, he's available. Njoku, when he comes in. I guess what I'm getting at is, do you think there is already buyer's remorse on Dillon Gabriel? Because...
buyer's remorse. I think there was buyer's remorse when they saw that man in training camp. When they saw him in training camp, there was already buyer's remorse. They said, "Ah, shit, what did we do? What the hell did we do?" That's what I think.
Well, when he came here, what was the thought? The thought was he's quarterbacked more games in college football history than anybody else. So at the very least, he should be able to hit the layups.
I bet he probably wishes he was still in college. I bet he wishes he had the same lawyer Diego Pavia does. Here's Kevin Stefanski. I want one more clip from this. Here's how he says that others can help Gabriel get better.
So I think there's
others. You the coach. You help them get better. Others, they got to do their jobs. Granted, if everybody does their jobs, everything should run smoothly, and the quarterback can still fuck up.
things that we can do better around him. And again, I put that on me and the coaches and certainly his teammates, where we can support him. And then when it's there, we got to trust that he'll let it rip, and we'll come away with that play that we're just not making at this moment in that game to flip the game.
Let it rip. Let me show you just remind you real quick what letting it rip looks like from Dillon Gabriel. Let me show you. This is Dillon Gabriel letting it rip, y'all. Hold on. This right here is Dillon Gabriel letting it rip. That's Dillon Gabriel letting it rip. All right? Just wanted to put that visual back in people's heads.
Oh, he's blaming the quarterback. Yeah.
I don't think he's blaming the quarterback.
Trusting to let it rip?
Nah.
I wonder.
Nah.
And when you're guys, I know you guys are going to be annoyed by this. They're 2-6, and the general manager isn't talking. So when the general manager don't talk and when they don't say much,
I noticed something. They always figure out a way to put Andrew Berry in here. I've been noticing this. I'm going to leave it at that. They've been trying to put Andrew Berry in here. Andrew Berry drafted Shador. Andrew Berry, did he get Myles Garrett too? No, I don't think so. No. Andrew Berry, I mean, he's a general manager. He manages the roster of the team. He gets all this stuff. He's not the one that's coaching the team. What does Andrew Berry got to do with any of this stuff? Yeah, he need to talk. He need to be in press conference too. Yeah, he need to say something. But what the hell does he have to do with this?
I got nothing to do but speculate. And some of the speculation, I mean, people have been throwing around theories all week. Lima wanted to bring up later on today, and he wanted to bring it up throughout the week, the whole agent thing about Dillon Gabriel and all that stuff. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. You throw around theories. Is Kevin just telling us right now, it's like, hey, you know what? I didn't really want to play him this soon, and we're just trying to have some nice days.
I mean, that's what it sounds like to me.
I mean, that's exactly what it sounds like. But once again, you don't want to put him in the game. No one told you to get rid of Flacco. In my opinion, Flacco should have at least played 8 games. It used to be 16-game season, 8-8. Now it's 8-9. So he should have played at least 8 games.
I go back to that first clip. Okay? I mean, again, 06 again, if you can. I want people to hear this. This is Stefanski again. Said, young quarterbacks going to struggle. They're going to have days like this. Here's about Gabriel. Go ahead.
Young quarterbacks are going to have struggles at times in a game.
I just want this. Whenever Shador plays, that same things he's saying about Dillon, that same shit, he better play the same thing for Shador, if not more. If Shador comes out and totally stinks up the joint, he better say the same thing. If Shador comes out and he totally lights up the place, let's light it up. We may not see the same plain, boring face. Hold on, what's the face? Where's his face at? Right there. That face right there. We would rather not see that face when he's talking about Shador. He better crack a smile. He better be this one right here. This better be him right there. That needs to be him if that happens. But guys, what do you think? You think how much longer do you think Dillon has? I said this in the last video I made. He's having 2 weeks to prepare for the Jets. I think the Jets are going to win, but 2 weeks to prepare for the Jets. If Dillon does not play at least decent this next game, he's done. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Hit that bell so you can get notified when I drop new videos. I'm breaking down a lot of things in the NFL. I've been definitely following the Cleveland Browns for the first time in my life. Thanks for watching, and remember what Stefanski just said.
I think there's been some really good moments. There's things that we can do better around him, and again, I put that on me and the coaches.